Beijing is positioned to play a key role in the fight against climate change. In September, the United States and China pledged their joint commitment to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The presidents of the world's two top economies and its biggest polluters, teaming up to tackle climate change, sent a powerful message, urging other countries to do the same. China has laid out its ambitious plans to reduce its emissions, promising to cut its carbon intensity by 60%, to cut back on consumption of fossil fuels, and to increase the amount of energy it gets from clean sources. At the end of this month, delegates from around the world will gather here in Paris. The hope is that they can forge a climate accord committing all countries to curbing their emissions, but reaching a deal is not guaranteed. And so while the French President Francois Hollande is in Beijing this week, he will launch a joint appeal with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Together, they will call on the world to make the Paris Climate Pact a success. If a universal and durable climate agreement is going to be reached, it's essential that China is on board.
If
China has a strong engagement, it is true that it will be closely observed by the other developing countries, especially the big developing countries like India, Indonesia, South Africa, Brazil, as well as many other countries from Asia and Africa who are looking at what China is going to do. So it's true that China can have a knock-on effect on other countries, and at some point that can have a big impact, a big effect, and it can add weight in Paris during COP21.
The world has tried and failed to address the threat of climate change before. For the French President Francois Hollande, seen here addressing the United Nations General Assembly in September, the stakes have never been higher. This, he says, is the last chance to save the planet.
I assure you here that if we don't make this decision in Paris, it will not be late. It will be too late.
Kate Parkinson, CCTV, Paris.